Controversial ruling from the Alabama Supreme Court that frozen embryos are in fact children.
Parents can now sue for wrongful death if an embryo is destroyed, and that has some worried Florida will soon follow suit.
CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister breaks down the new ruling.
Critics say Alabama Supreme Court ruling puts fertility clinics in a vulnerable place, and they fear it could create more challenges for couples who are doing IVF treatment. It's a ruling that's shaking the nation.
This is exactly the type of chaos that we expected when the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
The Alabama Supreme Court ruled this week that embryos are children and that those who destroy them can be held liable for wrongful death.
They're determining that an embryo has personhood status, meaning it's same protections and rights as if it was a born child outside of the womb.
At least 3 Alabama healthcare systems have paused IVF treatments, and more may follow, creating significant challenges for couples trying to conceive.
To be told that there was a possibility that we would have to stop this in the middle of one of the most important parts of it is really terrifying.
Healthcare professionals are expressing their concerns, saying if a similar law is enacted in Florida, it will put them in a vulnerable position.
They're fearful that this may jeopardize or compromise their physicians, their employees. They're actively working to put patients through an IVF process.
What you may not know is embryos are often stored far from where they were created. This could mean embryos created in Florida are stored in Alabama. I asked what that means for would-be parents here.
There's nothing that I'm aware of that implicates a Florida couple with embryos stored in Alabama, preventing them from moving the embryos outside of Alabama.
Super PAC LPAC, which represents gay couples in the U.S., also weighing in on the ruling. They released a statement that reads in part, the recent Alabama Supreme Court ruling labeling frozen embryos as extrauterine children devastates LGBTQ plus hopes for parenthood through assisted reproductive technology. This decision not only defies science, but also heaps insurmountable barriers on the LGBTQ individuals and couples seeking fertility treatments. And just this week, Florida lawmakers decided to move forward on a controversial bill that would give parents the right to sue for the death of an unborn child. For now, reporting in Miami, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.